Assalamualaikum warahmatullaahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nurfadilah Lestari with NPM 2021125000063 and I'm from class R4A. In this video, I will to explain about studying in a new environment. This video is to fulfill assignment 6 academic speaking. The first is definition of learning. Learning is an activity that is marked by a change in a person's attitude from being unable to being able to, from understanding to understanding, and from being unskilled to being skilled. Such attitude changes include A. Changes in knowledge or cognitive, namely from not knowing to knowing, from not being able to being able, and B. Changes in attitude or affective from negative behavior to positive behavior, and C. Changes in skills or psychomotor from unskilled to skilled. Next is learning goals. Learning goals be able to understand the factors that influence learning outcomes and apply a good way of learning in a new school environment. Next is factors that influence learning. In general, there are two factors that influence students' learning outcomes, namely external and internal factors. Internal factors are factors that come from within or already exist within the student himself. Internal factors affect students' achievement regardless of how the teaching and learning process in the classrooms. First, physical condition of students. The physical condition of students is one of the factors that influence learning. For example, the sitting position of a student who has eye health problems, blindness, and astigmatism greatly determines the student's learning process and result. Without the help of glasses, students with eye health problems will have difficulty following the lesson, especially when the teacher has to use the blackboard in the front of the class. Second, intelligence of students. According to the theory of multiple intelligences, each student has different intelligence, so there is no need to be surprised if a student seems more enthusiastic about participating in learning and shows good learning results in certain subjects, but it is the opposite in other subjects. Third, talent, interest, and students' motivation. The individual talents and interests of each student are discussions that cannot be completely separated from multiple intelligences. And then, external factors are factors that come from outside the students. Together with internal factors, external factors also affect students' achievement. Various external factors that affect learning outcomes can be categorized into the following sections. First, school. Apart from teachers, the facilities in schools are also part of the factors that affect learning outcomes. Facilities even affect the process and learning outcomes of elementary school children at school because of the important role of learning media for early age students. And second, family. The role of parents in the success of learning processes and outcomes is inevitable. Students who grow up in families with high learning awareness have the opportunity to be more successful in their learning process. The learning outcomes of these students also tend to be better than the learning outcomes of students from families that do not support the importance of the learning process. And third, social community. The social culture of society in a country certainly influences its young generation. Communities close to books, for example, grow children who love to read. After all, children are observers and imitators. Tips for studying in a new environment. Moving schools can be both exciting and stressful. The reason is you have to know how to adjust to a new school, introduction, and start adapting habits from the beginning again. Of course, this is not easy, but if you are confident, gradually the feeling of strangers will disappear. Being a friendly person, don't hesitate to say hello first. Lots of smiles. Start recognizing each person's personality. Introduction to the school environment. Respect the teacher and be yourself. The last is conclusion. One aspect of a person's success in learning a new environment is having to be able to adapt to the environments that will be occupied in order to study well and in order to achieve optimal learning result. By learning to adapt to various school components in a new environment, it is hoped that students can learn more effectively and develop optimally according to their individual abilities.